When we think of a world champion, the image is usually highly physical. It is a lifetime of athletic training culminating on a grass pitch, with an athlete lifting a solid gold trophy while 70,000 fans scream their lungs out. But today, world championships are also decided in a very different arena. In 2024, Saudi Arabia's Team Falcons claimed a global title using pixels, processing power, and flying cars. They won the FIFAe Rocket League World Cup in front of massive digital screens and thousands of online spectators. Anyone with enough server space or an empty field can organize a tournament, but declaring a true world champion requires global consensus. You need an arbiter large enough and respected enough to get the entire planet to agree on the outcome. To achieve that consensus, FIFA operates as a transnational sovereign entity. It oversees 211 member associations. That means FIFA actually has more recognized member nations than the United Nations. FIFA leverages this sovereign network to supply the geopolitical authority required to crown a universally accepted winner, regardless of the platform they play on. Building that authority took nearly a century of scaling. The first physical World Cup, held in 1930, was a relatively compact operation. It featured just 13 teams and a total of 18 matches to decide the winner. Over the decades, the tournament structure expanded steadily to include more of the globe. By 2026, the physical World Cup format will swell to 48 teams competing across 104 individual matches. Organizing a bracket of that size requires a strict, objective hierarchy. You cannot see dozens of global teams based on subjective opinions or regional pride. You need a unified math-based ranking system. This ELO-inspired formula measures national team performance over time. A team's new total adds match importance, multiplied by the actual result minus the expected outcome. This last calculation is crucial. Defeating a high-ranking opponent registers an upset, rewarding the underdog with massive ranking points. This mathematical framework strips away subjective bias, turning reputations into a quantifiable global hierarchy, giving FIFA the objective data it needs to organize the largest sporting event on Earth. With the physical World Cup facing the constraints of logistics and 4-year cycles, FIFA moved its organizational model into digital competition. The scale of this digital environment became apparent quickly. During the early years of the FIFA Interactive World Cup, 2.5 million online competitors logged on to attempt to qualify, securing a Guinness World Record for the largest online esports game. Following a split from EA Sports, FIFA built a diverse ecosystem absorbing different titles. They now run tournaments for eFootball, Football Manager, and Rocket League. To maintain its signature authority, FIFAe mirrors the physical tournament structure. Digital competitors are organized into official national teams, advancing through qualification pathways to compete at major offline finals in host cities like Riyadh. By imposing its established tournament brackets onto completely different video games, FIFA positions its structure as the universal framework for global competition. Operating this dual physical and digital empire relies on geopolitical soft power. Local soccer confederations are technically private entities, but under FIFA's structure, they bypass standard local laws to act as the official representatives of sovereign states. That level of centralized power invites severe vulnerabilities. Prior to 2015, investigations exposed sprawling bribery networks and deep corruption in the bidding processes for the 2018 and 2022 World Cups. The ensuing scandals threatened to dismantle FIFA's global legitimacy. To survive, the organization entered a reform phase after 2016. They restructured internal ethics committees, implemented strict term limits for leadership, and introduced public financial transparency to slowly rebuild global trust. Despite ongoing political tensions, the FIFA monopoly remains intact. Member nations consistently choose to participate because the global legitimacy of the World Cup title holds more value to them than the demand for perfect institutional governance. We are now looking at a landscape where a physical superstar playing on a manicured European pitch shares organizational space with an esports champion like Malaysia's Mbappe, calculating tactical adjustments on a mobile device for Football Manager. These athletes possess vastly different physical requirements and compete in entirely different mediums. Yet both of their titles are funneled through and validated by the exact same legislative and bureaucratic machine. The lines between physical and digital sports are blurring. Moving forward, champions in both realms hold equal prestige under a single institutional umbrella. Earning the title of world champion requires immense talent, but declaring it to the planet requires a massive, coordinated geopolitical infrastructure. Whether the arena is made of physical grass or digital pixels, FIFA has successfully engineered a reality where its empire is the only legitimate pathway to being crowned the champion of the world.